Hello everybody. Today we start with the next chapter in standard 8th biology, that is reproduction in humans. Now when we talk about reproduction, we are already studied in the reproduction in plants that reproduction is of two kinds. One is the reproduction which is asexual, and so we know the reproduction of two kinds. One is asexual and another one is sexual. So in case of asexual reproduction, there is no gamete formation. So there is no gamete formation, that is, there is no formation of male or female gametes. Whereas in case of sexual reproduction, there is gamete formation. The gamete formation is there, and hence there is a formation of the male part, which is the sperm, and the female, which is the egg or ova. Okay, so it is seen that if any particular organism, a living organism, if you take about the animal side, say ya to bacteria or fungi, so they are going to reproduce either by a sexual method, that is different forms of method by which you do not generate any male organ or a female organ, or a male gamete or female gamete. There is no sperm formation, there is no egg formation, there is no fertilization taking place. It is just splitting up or some kind of a nuclear division taking place, due to which the formation of a new individual takes place. So as we know, reproduction is the production of the new ones, okay, the young ones of the same kind. So they are going to produce the young ones of the same kind by just separation, that is just splitting up, or by another method which is not forming of the male and the female gametes. Whereas in a sexual reproduction, whether it be in animals or humans, there will be a proper male gamete, that is the formation of the sperm in one part, and there will be a female gamete which will be having the egg part, and then there is a fusion of the sperm and the egg to give you a fertilized egg, and the fertilized egg forms a zygote which develops into a baby. So the reproduction is of, that's why, two kinds in animals. One is asexual method, another is sexual method. So let's start with the chapter. Reproduction is a process in which organisms give rise to new individuals of their own kind. So as I told you, reproduction is the method or the process by which the organism is going to produce the young ones of their own kind, or there is new individuals of their own kind. Reproduction also helps in continuance of the species. Different organisms reproduce in different ways. So what is the reason for reproduction? So that there is a continuation of that species. आज अगर reproduction बंद हो जाए तो वो species आगे generate नहीं होंगे, तो then the life cycle of that species is going to end. Okay. So to continue the species, the reproduction is important for that species to sustain. We have already studied that some single-celled organisms like amoeba reproduce simply by dividing into two. Some multicellular animals like hydra produce small buds which grow in the size, get separated, and lead an independent life. These are asexual methods of reproduction, not involving eggs or sperm. So yes, we had studied earlier that जैसे वो तुम planaria को cut कर दिया तो it regenerates, or it will be the hydra which is forming into a bud, and bud formation के बाद में वो reproduce when it forms a new one, or in case of the amoeba which is going to split into two parts and go form into two individuals. So these are the examples of asexual reproduction, wherein there is no formation of the sperm or the egg, or there is no formation of the reproductive organs or reproductive gametes. So this is the asexual method of reproduction, not involving eggs or sperms. However, most animals reproduce sexually. In this process of reproduction, two sexes, that is males and females, produce special types of reproductive cells called as sperms and eggs. So the male produces the male gamete or the male cell. The male cell, the reproductive cell of any individual is called as a gamete, okay, or we can call it as just a reproductive cell. The reproductive cell of male is called as a sperm, okay, it's called as a sperm, whereas the reproductive cell of a female is called an egg or ova. You can call it as egg, respectively, collectively known as gametes. So the sperm and the egg fuses to form a zygote. So when these two fuse together, what they form is a zygote. So zygote is a fertilized egg, a egg which has got the sperm entering into it. Then that particular egg is called as the combination, the fusion of the egg with the sperm forms a fertilized egg called as a zygote, which develops into an individual resembling its parents. So yeah, this is what is going to happen, that as soon as they are fused together, they form into a zygote, which can then develop into a baby, okay, or you can say resembling the parents, it is forming a new individual. Now let us see some asexual reproduction in animals. Fission or binary fission or multiple fission. So fission means splitting. So when one thing splits into two or multiples, then it is called as fission. Now if the fission is only into two parts, means one thing dividing into two, then it is called as binary. Binary means two. Binary fission. So when one thing divides into two, it is called as binary, and when it is dividing into multiples of them, it is called as a multiple fission. This is the most common method of reproduction in single-celled organisms, for example, amoeba, paramecium, etc. In amoeba, it results in the division of the parent amoeba into two daughter amoebae. First, the nucleus divides into two, followed by the division of the cytoplasm, and then the two offspring separate and live as individuals. So what happens in the asexual over here is, if this is a cell and this is the nucleus, so this one is first going to form into such that the nucleus divides into two parts, and then this divides into two separate individuals. So one amoeba is going to split into two and form into two separate amoebae. So this is how the cell division, or we can say this is called as binary fission, okay, dividing into two, which takes place majorly in the single cell organism. So this one is called as the nucleus, which divides into two, and the other part, the other part over here is called as cytoplasm. Okay, so cell has got two forms, two components. One is the nucleus and another is the cytoplasm. So first the nucleus divides, and then also the cytoplasm divides, giving rise to two separate cells. So first the nucleus divides into two, followed by the division of the cytoplasm, and then the two offspring separate and live as individuals, new individuals. The next one is called as budding. So, not say. Right. So that was the binary fission. The next is, the example is budding. Now budding is what happens in case of hydra. So budding is a process in which buds grow on the outside of the parent body. This bud detach themselves when they are big enough for independent existence. Budding is a common method of reproduction in hydra. So in this case what happens is, in case of a hydra, a baby hydra, so this is the hydra, so if this is a hydra, there will be a small baby hydra being generated on this hydra itself. So this is nothing but budding, and then this detaches from itself and forms into a new individual. So that is, this one is called as a bud. So that is why it is called as budding. So what we have over here is the asexual method. In asexual method, first one was in asexual method. The first one was binary fission, and the next one is budding. Okay, so these are the two ones. Now we see the next one, that is regeneration. So in case of regeneration, animals like hydra and starfish has a great power to regrow the missing or lost parts of their body. This process of regeneration, lost part, is called as generating the lost part is called a regeneration. Regeneration can also take place for reproductive purpose. For example, if we cut an hydra transversely into 2 or 3 pieces, each piece will regenerate and give rise to a new individual. Same is the case with the flatworm Planaria. If it is cut into 5-6 pieces, then each piece will develop into a young worm. So that's it. That Planaria and all, Planaria, hydra, then starfish, they have the capacity that if you cut them, then each and every part is going to grow into a new individual. Okay, so that is why they are called as regenerative method. Okay, so that is the third method, which is called as the regenerative. यानी क्या है, सपोज यहाँ पे एक प्लानेरिया लिया, ये प्लानेरिया है, ये प्लानेरिया जो है इसको मैंने यहाँ से कट किया, फिर यहाँ से कट किया और यहाँ से कट किया, तो what will happen is this one is going to form into a complete planaria. This one over here will also form another planaria, and this one also will form another. ऐसे करके 4 planaria बनेंगे एक ही पीस में से. So this is how the regeneration can also be used as reproduction. So that's why the 3 methods by which the animals could be reproducing asexually are binary fission or multiple fission, because there are conditions wherein the nucleus not only divides into one part but multiple parts. So that will be called as multiple fission. So binary fission or multiple fission is the first way. The second one is budding. So a growth of the same individual, same kind of individual on the same particular organism, which detaches itself later on. That is budding. And finally is regenerative. When if it is cut transversely, then it is going to regain or regenerate into a new individual. Each and every piece is going to regenerate into a new individual. So that's why it is called as a way of reproduction, because it is generating into multiple forms. So that was about the asexual method of reproduction. Now we see about the sexual reproduction in animals. Most animals reproduce sexually. So most of the animals, whatever the living animals are there, they are mostly, all of them are going to use the sexual method. They are not going to use this method. These are normally in the section of the animals which are like microorganisms. So it will be much more in the microorganisms or very very tiny ones which will be having this kind of reproduction. Most of the other kind of animals will be having sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, the male and the female species produce special types of reproductive cells. So the male and the female, they are going to produce special kind of cells which are called as reproductive cells. Okay, the reproductive cells of the males, the male produce the male gametes or sperm cells. So I told you the male produce the male gamete, which is the sperm cell, and the female sperm cell, and the female produces the female gamete or the egg cell called as ova. So it is the egg cell or called as ova. So that is the male is the sperm cell and female is the egg or the ova. When the sperm fuses with the ovum, fertilization occurs. So when these two fuse together, when the sperm and the egg fuse together, that is going to happen. What is going to happen is fertilization. And this fertilization forms the zygote. So when the sperm fuses with the ovum, after fertilization of the ovum by the sperm, a cell called zygote is formed. So one cell, that is sperm cell, another cell with the egg cell fuse together forms one single cell. Okay. So this is one cell, this is another cell, they fuse together to form one single cell, and now the single cell what is formed is called as the zygote. The zygote grows by cell division and produces an embryo. So you can see this goes this way, that this is the sperm cell. So the sperm cell, they are given the diagram over there, so let's go through that. So the sperm cell is something like this. So it is going to be okay, the sperm cell is something like this. So this is the nucleus, this is the sperm, and the egg cell is like a big thing over here having some curves on the top. So this sperm cell enters into the egg cell, and this nucleus, so the sperm completely doesn't enter, the tail is left behind outside, and so it reaches over here. When it reaches over here, it is going to be so small. So egg is very big and the sperm is so small. Okay, when it reaches over here, the nucleus from here enters into this thing, and there's a fusion taking place between the two cells. This fusion what takes place forms the zygote. So now the zygote is so small, then this multiplies. So there will be cell division taking place. जो binary fission जो है, वो same binary fission, तो asexual method का जो production है, पर वो same thing अभी यहाँ पे होगा, and it forms into two. So there will be two combined together. Then there will be forming a four. Then it forms into multiple, या bigger ऐसे करके there will be formations taking place. So first one over here is the zygote. And when it multiplies, it forms into the embryo. Okay? So first thing is the sperm connected to the egg. So this is the egg. The egg and this combine together to form the zygote, which is the zygote over here. This on splitting becomes, cell division takes place and becomes a multicellular thing and forms into an embryo. So they are given that zygote grows by cell division and becomes an embryo. The embryo finally grows to become a new individual. So accordingly you can see that as the zygote is going to keep on multiplying. So zygote जो पहले एक simple cell था, it keeps on multiplying. एक का दो, दो का चार, चार का आठ, आठ का 16, 16 का 32. So that will way, in that way, it is going to keep on multiplying, and when it becomes a big lump which can be called as a embryo. So the embryo is going to be formed. So this is going to be the embryo. So after multiple kind of cell divisions, the form of what we are going to get over here of different too many cells inside the same thing. So that is nothing but the embryo which develops into a baby. So this is how in case of humans ho ya koi bhi animal ho, सब में the process remains the same. Okay, the process of formation of the embryo, the formation of a baby remains the same, whether it is the form of an egg or something, जो भी हो, it all remains the same. That there is a sperm cell, there is an egg cell, they fuse together to form a zygote. The zygote what is formed is going to keep on multiplying by cell division. तो multiply होता रहेगा, एक का दो, दो का चार, okay, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64, and so on. It will keep on multiplying and form into a lump. And that particular lump what is going to be formed, which can be formed, which will later on form into a human body or any particular animal body, that is called as the embryo. So embryo is a baby, okay, the first egg, or you can say finalized thing which can generate into a individual. Now what we have is the different structures of the human reproductive system. So we are going to have the structures which are present in the female reproductive system and the structures which are present in the male reproductive system. What are the functions of the different things present inside over here, and that's what we are going to see. So let's see. The first is female reproductive system. So in the female reproductive system, what we firstly have is there are two such kind of structures which are called as ovary. These are the main parts or the main reproductive organ of the female body, because this is that particular organ which produces the egg or the ova, okay, ovum. So this particular egg formation is going to take place in this ovary. This egg, this ovary is connected to over here to the uterus. Now uterus is that particular funnel shaped structure which is going to be the place where the baby can grow. Okay, uterus is that particular thick layer of the skin or the muscle wherein the zygote or the embryo can be embedded and it can form into a baby. So that is this particular uterus. So uterus is over here like this. Now this over here is okay. So what we see over here is this is the ovary, okay, and the ovary is connected over here, not connected, it is actually suspended. So it is like this कि ये एक funnel है और ये ovary है, तो ovary यहाँ पे है इस तरह से. Okay, this is not connected, this is not touching each other, it's just over here like this, and it is connected to the uterus. So this over here is okay, I'm not seeing here. This is like this. This is the thickness of the walls of the uterus. So the figure is something like this, and then there will be the outer portion of the female body, which will be like this. Okay. So what we have over here is this are the walls of the uterus. Okay, these are walls of the uterus. Now, this over here, this particular layer over this particular part over here, which I've drawn, is very small. In fact, it will be slightly bigger. So it could be something like this. Yeah, it will be like this, not like this. It will be like this. This over here, this part over here is the oviduct, also called as the fallopian tube. Okay, fallopian tube or the oviduct is there. This particular part is the uterus, and over here is the vagina, which is the outermost area of the female body. So, and these are the ovaries. So this one and this one are the ovary. Okay, oviduct, ovary, uterus, and yes, this part over here, the entry of the uterus, the starting of the uterus is called as the cervix. Okay, the cervix is the start of the uterus part. So this is the parts over here. So what exactly happens here is the ovary is going to produce the egg, and the egg is going to be released over here into the fallopian tube and settle here. So egg is going to come and settle over here. Okay, in the ovary. So each and every month there will be one egg which will be coming from here and going and settling over here. Okay. So this is what actually happens, and from here enters the sperm, and if it enters the sperm and the sperm enters over here, and if it is reaching this thing, it fertilizes it, and if it fertilizes it is going to embed over here. Now that I will come to it when we are reading about the fertilization part. So here you can just understand this part first. So what are the parts over here is the ovary, then this is the fallopian tube or the oviduct. Oviduct is the place through on which the fertilization could take place. This is the area where the fertilization takes place. This is the uterus. The uterus is the thick walls in which the baby can be embedded into, the zygote or the embryo can be embedded into. So that is the place where the baby gets the complete, you can say the sac-like structure in which the baby can accommodate itself for the 9 months. So let's see what is there in detail about here. The eggs are produced in the ovaries. The ovaries are two whitish oval bodies lying within the lower half of the abdomen, one on either side of the uterus. So one on either side of the uterus are two ovaries which are at the lower end of the abdomen. The function of the ovary is to produce eggs. Only one egg is produced by an ovary alternatively every month. So अगर जनवरी में यहाँ से अगर egg निकला तो फरवरी में यहाँ से निकलेगा, फिर मार्च में यहाँ से निकलेगा, फिर अप्रैल यहाँ से. तो every alternate month one egg is going to be released from the ovary. Okay, every alternate month. So one egg requires 2 months to mature. अगर एक यहाँ पे mature हो गया तो उसके बाद next mature कब होगा? After 2 months. बिकॉज उसके बाद यहाँ पे भी ऐसे ऑल्टरनेट मंथ पे होते जाएगा. यहाँ से एक जनवरी में एक यहाँ से निकला तो फरवरी में यहाँ से निकलेगा, फिर मार्च, अप्रैल, मई, जून, ऐसे करके इट इज गोइंग टू कीप ऑन एवरी मंथ वन फ्रॉम ईच ओवरी. A pair of narrow muscular long duct extends from each ovary to the upper part of the uterus. This is called as the oviduct. So this part from the upper part of the uterus is the pair of two tube-like structures called as the oviduct or fallopian tube. Okay, it is also called as fallopian tube. The mouth of this oviduct are expanded to form a funnel-shaped structure. It is through this that the egg enters the uterus when it is released by the ovary. So it is this particular fallopian tube is a funnel-shaped element. So it's like a funnel like this. And as I told you, the ovary is like this. So it releases over here, and it release होने के बाद में ये egg जो है वो release होके इधर आके ये fallopian tube में इधर आके रुकता है. So it's like this. यहाँ पे निकला, it is thrown in here. So it is fallopian tube पे जाके इधर आके वो रुकता है. The uterus is a hollow, inverted, pear-shaped muscular organ found in the pelvic region, cavity between the urinary bladder and the rectum. The embryo grows and develops in the uterus. So it is the uterus is this pear shape. Pear खाते हैं वो pear जैसे ही दिखता है ना ऐसा. So it's a pear shaped thing wherein this particular walls of the uterus are the one where the zygote is going to, embryo is going to get embedded and it is going to grow into a baby. The uterus opens to the outside through a muscular tubular tube, a long muscular tube called the vagina, situated between the rectum and the urethra. The vagina receives the male penis during copulation and also serves as a birth canal. The urethral opening is seen above the vaginal opening in the region of the vulva. So there are certain regions over here. So ये सबसे पहले what is happening is the vagina is the outermost part. This vagina has got two openings. One is the opening of the vagina which is going to the uterus, and other one is a small opening which is the urethra. Urethra is the one through which the urine is passed. So female ka urinary tract is different and the rectum part is the anus part is different. In between there is one opening. That opening is the vaginal opening. The vaginal opening is the one which has got the opening through which सबसे पहले the penis, because the sperm needs to be released over here, so the penis is going to enter over here during copulation, that is intercourse. And also it is seen that this is the area through which the baby is going to be delivered. The baby is going to be coming out from this particular vaginal opening. So that's why we see that it is a long muscular tube called vagina situated between the rectum and the urethra. The vagina receives the male penis during incubation and also serves as a birth canal. So it is the canal through which the baby comes out. That's why it is called as the birth canal. The urethral opening is seen above the vaginal opening in the region of the vulva. So there's a region of the vulva. So in the vaginal opening के ऊपर ही urethra है जहाँ से urine pass करते हैं हम लोग. So that is the part of the female part. Now we will see the male organs in the next video.